Yo, Ilze, welcome to the first of a three-part video series teaching you how to solve the Rubik's Cube. I'm going to be teaching you the beginner's method, also known as the layer by layer method. This is not meant for speed, but it is a lot simpler and quicker to learn. Before we begin, I'm going to start by going over some terminology and a few important things you need to know for solving the Rubik's Cube. The cube is composed of 8 corner pieces and 12 edge pieces. This is a corner piece. As you can see, it's the corner of the cube. And these are edge pieces. Same with these. That's about all you need to know about that. Now, every side of the cube has a distinct color in the center, and these colors never change. So for example, this is the yellow side, and we know that when the cube's done, all of this is going to be yellow. This is all going to be orange, and so on. Each side of the cube has a letter associated with it. L is for left, R for right, U for up, or the top side, D for down, F for front, and B for back, although we're never going to use that. Now, one other thing you need to know is that turning a side counterclockwise would be referred to as prime. For example, this would be an F turn, and this would be F prime. This would be R, and this would be R prime. So prime just means counterclockwise. For just about every method of solving the Rubik's Cube, you're going to need to learn what's called an algorithm. Now, an algorithm can be defined as a step-by-step procedure for calculations, or in cubing terms, it's basically a series of moves on the cube that you're going to use to solve something without messing anything else up. For the method I'm teaching you, you're only going to be required to learn about 5 algorithms, so you have it pretty easy. This is what an algorithm could look like, and here's how it would be executed. R, U, R prime, U prime. This is the first step of solving the cube, and it's called the cross. Now, I often tell people the cross is the hardest step of the entire solution, and that's because there's no set algorithm for solving it. It's different every time. Now, you can build the cross on any side you want, but for the sake of learning, we're just going to stick to doing the white cross. Now, a few things to take away from this is that you can see the cross is built from the 4 white edge pieces. You don't have to worry about solving any of the white corners yet. It's just a white plus sign built from the edges. You'll also notice that each white edge is paired with the corresponding center color. So we can see we have blue, blue here, red, green, and orange. Since there's no set algorithm for solving the cross, I'm just going to teach you guys a few tips that you can use to get it every time. So you want to look around the cube for white edge pieces that can easily be put to the white side with one move. For example, this one. You can see this can go to the white side just by doing this. Now, you don't have to worry about these matching the center colors just yet, because that's the next step. Another thing you want to look out for are any cross pieces that are on the bottom. These can easily be brought up to the white side by turning them twice. Same with this one. As you can see, we can finish our cross just by putting this last piece to the white side. Now, another really important thing to look out for is when you have a situation like this. You can move this piece to the white side by doing that. But there's no point in doing that because you already have one there. So in order to get this to the top, first you have to move the other pieces out of the way by turning the top side. That makes room for this one to go up, and you can put that up like that. The same rule applies for this kind of situation. We need to get one more piece over here, so in order to do that, we have to bring this empty position all the way over, so now we have room to put that one up. Another common situation you might have is when there's one piece left and it's right here. To solve this, we're going to start by turning the front side either that way or this way, doesn't matter. So now that the cross piece is on the side, and then we apply the last rule to get it up. So again, we have to move these out of the way and then bring it up. Now that we have the shape of the cross, there's one more step we need to do, and that is matching each cross piece with the center on each side. Now, to save yourself time, as soon as you get the cross, turn the top layer until you have at least one of them matched up, like this. Now, there's probably still going to be others that you have to switch, and here's how you do it. Start by holding the cube so that there's an unsolved cross piece on the right. For example, this one. First, we're going to turn that piece twice to bring it down to the bottom. So it's down here. Now we turn the bottom to line it up with the red, because it's the white red piece, and now all we have to do is turn that twice to bring it back to the top. Now you'll know the cross isn't done because when we did that, we brought the next one down. So we're going to do the same thing but with this one. So we turn the bottom to line that up with the green. There's our cross piece, and twice to go back up. Now you repeat that as many times as you need to switch all the cross pieces around, and hopefully you'll have them all matching like this. Now I'm going to give you a full example of solving the cross. Assume that the cube has been mixed up like this. First, you start by looking for any easy cross pieces that can be put up with one move, like this one. So we're going to do that. Now here's another one that would be easy, except we already have one there. So as I told you, we can move this out of the way to then make room for this one to go up. Now, as I mentioned, if there are any cross pieces on the bottom, those are really easy to do as well. So we can put this one to the top just by turning it twice. The last case is kind of tricky. First, we're going to start by moving that cross piece down here underneath the open spot. Now if you remember, I said you can turn this one either to the left or to the right, it doesn't matter. So now it's on one of the sides here. And we can move this to the top by doing this. Except we already have one there, so we have to make room for it. To do that, we have to turn the top face this way so that the empty spot's here, and now we can move it up. Now that we have the shape of the cross, we have to make sure that each piece is matching with the middle. As you can see, we only have one that is. So one at a time, we have to switch the cross pieces around. Again, to start, we have to hold an unsolved cross piece on the right, in this case this one, and we're going to start by turning it to the bottom. So down it goes. Now that it's on the bottom, we see it's the red piece, so we're going to turn the bottom to line it up with the red center and turn that back to the top. Now when we did that, we brought our next one down and it's the green. So here's the green, same thing. Turn the bottom to line it up with the green center and twice to go up. The last one's our orange piece, so again, line it up with the orange and back up. Now you can see that every cross piece is lined up with the right center. And that's all you need to know to solve the cross. I strongly believe that if you can do this part on your own, you are capable of learning the entire thing. Stay tuned for the next video, which will teach you how to solve the entire white side, as well as the surrounding middle layer. You'll see.